it was a big change. And in nun's, in nun's life, I have more time to practice meditation, to study Buddhism, and I can do more welfares like that. I'm satisfied with my life, actually, and I have less stress and worries, less competition, of course.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Greetings to everyone. And now let me introduce Sayalay Pañña Therī to all of you. She's here with us from Burma because in April she's going to lead a mindfulness course at Tér Academia online for the Hungarian Sangha. And in summer, there will be a 30-day retreat in Erdőtelek with her guidance. So that is why we would like you to meet her and to get to know her a bit better before all that. So now, first of all, let me just say again to you how grateful I am that you have accepted our invitation and we have this chance to talk to you. So, well, I have tried to come up with lots of questions to you. So thank you again, Sayalay, that you are here and answering our questions. So our first question is that where did you grow up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I grew up in Rangoon, Burma.
And what was your childhood like?
Oh, my childhood life was very simple, and I grew up in a simple family. My father was a civil engineer, and my mother was a teacher. So both of them were government servants. So our family, like a simple family that we lived in Yangon. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have any siblings or?
Yeah, I have altogether 3 siblings. I'm the eldest.
Oh, you are the eldest one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, yeah, I have one younger brother and one younger sister. Yeah.
And how and when did you make the decision to become a nun?
Well, after getting 2 degrees as a layperson, the first degree in science and second degree in business, and I started my own business when I was at around 30 years old. Although I live in Thailand and Singapore, and I run my own business for about 10 years.
Wow.
And
what kind of business was this?
Education.
Education.
Yeah, I am a kind of the educational consultant, and I establish an agency for the education. So for those who like to study in overseas, so the students came to my company, to my center, and get the kind of the consultancy from me like that. Wow. Yeah, and on the other hand, I opened the training center for the management and English language. Yeah, like that. So I did it for about 10 years. So during my stay in overseas and during doing business, I always felt like something was missing in my life. I didn't know what was that until I met with one forest meditation master in Myanmar in a remote area. And he taught to me how to live with mindfulness in my daily life. So after meeting with my master, I started my practice of mindfulness at home and at work. And after 3 years of practicing in my daily life, and I observed 8 precepts, or rather, instead of observing 5 precepts. So I became like half nun. Yeah, even though I am running my business, and I took 8 precepts, so I didn't eat food after 12 or something like that. Yeah, so although I was in a lay life, but my mind was like trying
like
to, as a nun, something like that. So my value will change and my lifestyle will change because of practicing mindfulness in daily life. So I had less attachment towards my position as a managing director at my company and my family, my business and my properties, something like that. Then I decided to a permanent nun after joining 2 months retreat at meditation center, and I decided to become a nun and give up my business and my profession.
And how long this way just happening? I mean, how many years it was?
My nunhood?
Yeah.
You mean my nunhood? Yeah. Now I am in 11 11 years already.
Yeah. And as far as I know, the traditional line of women's monkship has died out. So how was it even possible to become a nun? What is the whole story behind that?
Yeah, in Burma is the Theravada Buddhist country, so we have no possibility to become a bhikkhuni, female monk, but we can be 8 or 10 precept nun. In Theravada tradition, the lineage of bhikkhuni had already finished, no more. So most of the Theravada monks do not accept the bhikkhuni ordination, especially in Myanmar. Since we don't have senior bhikkhunis in our tradition, so we cannot precede the lineage. Although we are not bhikkhunis, we still can study and survive like the other monks do. For example, we can study the Buddhist literature, and then we can go for alms round, and we are invited by the devotees for their ceremonies, like they do for the monks. But we have kind of a little bit what to call differentiations in terms of the respect. Of course, they pay more respect to the monks, bhikkhu, because we are like 8 or 10 precepts nuns, so like that. And of course, we have chance to study the Buddhism. For example, I studied in Sri Lanka for my MA degree together with the monks, the Theravada Buddhist monks and Mahayana monks and Zen monks like that. So right now in Shan State Buddhist University, where I am teaching and studying, also monks and nuns are studying in the same programs. So in terms of respect, of course, as I said, the lay people, the devotees, they show more respect to the monks than nuns in Myanmar. In Myanmar, particularly in Myanmar, and the monks are more superior to the nuns.
Yeah. And how did your life change when you became a nun?
Yeah, it was a big change. And in nuns' life, I have more time to practice meditation, to study Buddhism, and I can do more welfare like that. I'm satisfied with my life, actually, and I have less stress and worries, less competition, of course, and less enemies, of course, because when I did business, I had competition. And I have many competitors.
That's interesting. Yes.
Although I did not start competition, but the other people compete that me, my business like that. And of course, I had enemies around, and I had stress and worries for my business and for my future, something like that. But in nun's life, I have no competition, no enemies, and nun's life is really peaceful because I can do good deeds all the time. So it's a big change.
Yeah. And just could you please tell me more about your qualifications as a lay person?
Mm-hmm. Before I became a nun,
yes,
I got Bachelor of Science in Physics.
In
In Myanmar. Yeah, my degree was in Myanmar, in Burma. And then I got the scholarship from the Switzerland government, Swiss Development Committee in 1997. So I went to Thailand to study my MBA. So I got the MBA from Thailand.
Yeah.
And after nunhood, I went to Sri Lanka for 1 year to study MA in Buddhist studies. Right now, I am studying, I am doing my PhD thesis, and I'm completing very soon at the Shan State Buddhist University in Myanmar.
Yeah, such a colorful life you have. I think. So, is it maybe it's a this question is to like a lay person question, but what is your main purpose in this very life? I mean, so what is the main purpose of your life?
I have only two objectives. One is to propagate the Buddhism as much as I can. I'll try to teach meditation to the people, and I try to teach the Buddhism to the students and the devotees. The second is I like to practice for my liberation. Yeah, so for my liberation. So I like to end my suffering, and I'm very much interested in meditation. So I can see like meditation is my life. Without meditation, I cannot survive. So I like to practice for liberation, final liberation. So it's we can call in Pali is pariyati and patipatti. Yeah, like that.
And you mentioned that your first monastery was Pauk Monastery, and as far as I know, in Pauk Monastery there is the practice of samatha meditation called anapanasati. So is it your main technique as a meditation technique, or you have other kind of meditation techniques that you use in your daily life?
Yeah, in my daily life, since I have things to do like studying, teaching, and managing at my monastery, my nunnery. So usually I practice mindfulness meditation. But for sitting meditation, I practice anapanasati, is the mindfulness of breathing. Yeah. And specifically in daily life, I try to know my mind most of the time. So it's chittanupassana, the contemplation of mind, is my kind of the key regular practice. Yeah. Chittanupassana is regular practice in daily life. And for sitting meditation, I practice anapanasati. Yeah. So for the devotees who learn meditation from me, I try to guide the mindfulness in daily life first. So how to live mindfully in daily life. So this is very fundamental for all of us. Then if they are familiar with the mindfulness meditation, then I try to teach to them, like if they have the kind of the concentration oriented, then I teach to them Pa'ao method. And some, they are more interested in Vipassana, I teach to them Mahasi method. So the way I teach that in especially in two traditions, Pa'ao and Mahasi.
Yes. And you mentioned earlier that you have a monastery, I mean the monastery that you lead. tell me about this work and how many nuns are there and how many lay people are meditating in your community. So.
Okay, yeah, I just established my own meditation center in Nandari. It was about 2 years ago, and now 7 nuns are residing there.
Is it in Taungi as well?
Yes. It's in Taungi, Shan State.
Yeah.
And so far I cannot open the meditation retreats. I cannot arrange the meditation retreats at my center because I am teaching and studying at the Buddhist University. But I did various online retreats. So I think it's over 3 years already. I every Saturday night I did Dhamma talks to my devotees in different cities in Myanmar. And I organized a few meditation retreats, especially during the New Year, Myanmar New Year time. Yeah, so I think over 400 people are joined. In my community online, especially online.
That's nice.
And sometimes some organizations from USA and India invited me to give the Dhamma talk and Dhamma lectures in a concern regarding the Satipatthana, the mindfulness meditation. So I give the Dhamma talks to them as well.
Thank you. So there will be a mindfulness course leading by you in April in Hungary. Via online. So to whom do you recommend the introductory course and the later retreat?
Yeah, for the introductory course, I think for those who like to learn how the Buddha taught the mindfulness, Satipatthana. So for those who like to learn systematically, I recommend them to join my introductory course because I will I will talk about the Satipatthana, Mahasatipatthana Sutta, and in a simple way, So I hope they can understand and they should join. And for the retreat in person, for those who like to live mindfully and peacefully in their daily life, and for those who want to learn Burmese meditation, Myanmar meditation method, then I think it's suitable for them. Yeah.
And you will be here, so it won't be just an online course. We have the opportunity to meet you in person, so that's why it's important as well. And what do you think about the? Is it important to go for long retreats, or it is okay if you have only just few days to go and just be in a monastery or a meditation center just for a couple of days? So what do you think about the long and the short retreats?
Yeah. Actually, I started with short retreats when I was in lay life. Yeah, I started with like 2 days per month. I went to the meditation center 2 days per month, sometimes 10 days a year, like that. So from there, I benefited to know how to practice meditation. And then I came to know how to balance between the meditation center and my daily life, because in meditation center we were like, we have no kilesa, we have no defilements, we're so peaceful, like we feel like we are really a good person. But when we came out to the daily life, of course many people are coming and trying to test us,
Yeah,
our anger,
and also the stress is
yeah. So we have to sit a real examination in daily life, not at the meditation center. So that short retreat is really helpful, to balance between the life in the retreat and the life in real life. So that's really good. And for those who are busy and who cannot give the long time for the meditation, of course, the short retreat is really, really beneficial, really good. Yeah. Then I joined long retreats after becoming a nun, and I practiced at Pañña Meditation Center for 3 years continuously. I practiced intensively. So during the long retreats, of course, under the proper guidance of the meditation teachers, so we can learn one specific meditation method, under the one meditation teacher, so that we can learn more precisely and more thoroughly, so that we can become a master of that meditation method or that meditation tradition. Yeah, like that. So I like to say that both the short retreat and long retreats are very important and very beneficial especially for those who cannot give long time. Of course, you should start with the short retreat. But if you can give longer time, yes, you should join also. You should practice in the long retreat.
Yeah, thank you. I think. Do you have another question, Natalie? If you have something that I forgot to ask. Okay, so thank you so very much for sharing all that with us. So for Sayalay's programs, you can apply online at Pandita Meditation Center. Everybody is welcome to join us. And soon you can see more interviews on your channel with other monks. So thank you for your attention, and may you all have peaceful days and fruitful practice. And thank you so much, Sayalay, for your time and the answers. And we are very warmly welcome to you in Hungary, and of course this online course at first in April. So thank you so much again.
I also thank you very much for giving me a chance to talk about myself and my practice, and to give the retreats in Hungary as well as online. And I like to thank to my teacher, Venerable Professor, Venerable Dr. Dhammasami, for giving me a chance to teach to the Hungarian people.
Yes, thank you, Venerable Dhammasami, that you can just have the chance to all of us to meet with each other and to have the Dhamma in Hungary. So thank you so much.